You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is May 22nd, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. The first story today is from investing.com. It is the top 5 things to know in the market on Tuesday. First thing to know is China to cut tariffs on cars and auto parts. In another promising sign of warming trade relations between the world's 2 largest economies, China said it will cut import tariffs for automobiles and some car parts, effective July 1st. Tariffs for qualifying vehicles would be lowered to 15% from either 20% or 25%, currently, the finance ministry said on Tuesday, while import tariffs for auto parts would be cut to 6%. Meanwhile, the U.S. and China have agreed on the broad outline of a deal to settle the controversy over Chinese telecom giant ZTE, according to people with knowledge of the matter in both countries, as the 2 sides work towards an agreement to ease trade tensions. Second thing to know is Dow futures point to more gains after Monday's rally. It's all kind of self-evident at this point. Third thing to know is more retailers set to report earnings. Reports from Kohl's and TJ Maxx parent company, TJX, due ahead of Tuesday's opening bell, will be closely tracked by investors as the earnings season continues to wind down. Those numbers, of course, are out. The dollar, fourth thing to know is the dollar slips from 5-month highs. The dollar traded below a 5-month high against a basket of currencies, catching its breath after a broad rally inspired by rising U.S. bond yields. The U.S. dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, was down 0.2% at 93.28, down from a 5-month high of 93.97 set on Monday. And the fifth thing to know is oil rises back towards $80. Oil prices rose back towards $80 a barrel, supported by concern that falling Venezuelan crude output and a potential drop in Iranian exports could further tighten global supply. Brent crude, the global benchmark, rose 30 cents to $79.52 a barrel. Last week it topped $80 for the first time since November 2014. U.S. crude was up 21 cents at $72.56, having earlier traded at $72.72, its highest since November of 2014. Our second story today is from LiveTradingNews.com. Chicago agriculture commodities finished mixed. Chicago Board of Trade agriculture commodities finished mixed Monday with soybeans up 3% as U.S.-China trade tensions eased. The most active corn contract for July delivery rose a quarter cent, or 0.06%, to settle at $4.02 3/4. July wheat delivery went down 11 cents, or 2.12%, to close at $5.07 a bushel. July soybeans gained 26 3/4 cents, or 2.68%, to settle at $10.25 a bushel. China is the top buyer of U.S. soybeans, as both countries have vowed not to launch a trade war against each other. CBOT soybean prices spiked on the news. Our third story today is from MarketWatch.com. Tesla shares jumped 1.1% pre-market after Elon Musk says issue raised by Consumer Reports will be fixed shortly. Tesla Inc. shares rose 1.1% in pre-market Tuesday after Chief Executive Elon Musk said a problem with the Model 3 that led Consumer Reports to deny the vehicle a recommendation will be fixed with a software release in a few days. Looks like this can be fixed with firmware update, Musk wrote in a late Monday tweet. We'll be rolling that out in a few days. With further refinement, we can improve braking distance beyond initial specs. Tesla won't stop until Model 3 has better braking than any remotely comparable car. Consumer Reports said Monday that while there's plenty to like about the Model 3, issues with the mass-market sedan's braking, touchscreen controls, and ride quality hurt the car's standing with Consumer Reports, the magazine said on Monday. And our final story today is from NASDAQ.com. Ethereum and Ripple chart patterns point to potentially strong moves. In general, cryptocurrencies are sporting weak-looking charts after topping out earlier in the month. Ethereum, as noted in last week's commentary, is holding up with the best of the group. However, its outlook hangs in the balance as a couple of key technical structures come into view. Ripple is another which is coiling up, readying itself for a potentially strong move. Watch how the charts of the two aforementioned coins resolve themselves for indications on the others, Bitcoin and Litecoin. In the crypto space, Ethereum continues to have the healthiest looking chart, but depending on how the triangle forming since the 12th resolves itself, it too could join in on the selling seen in other pairs. Furthermore, a breakdown out of the triangle will also have a trigger of a head and shoulders topping pattern in play as well. There's a strong daily support approximate confluence with the neckline of the pattern, so we would want to see a clean break below 627 before becoming too bearish. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, May 22nd, 2018. Your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com.